Last year, we ran one of the most powerful campaigns in New York State history.
That's right.
We were genuinely steps away from radically transforming this state and repairing the harms from racist and classist marijuana prohibition that has impacted black and brown and low-income people across this state for over 40 years.
Yeah!
And we were mortified that we could not get a deal passed because our governor could not decide exactly where tax revenue generated from legal sales of adult use marijuana would ultimately end up. Start smart through the Marijuana Regulation and Taxation Act, the MRTA. We wanted all that money to go back into the hardest hit communities. That means we wanted to see the state recognize how state violence through prohibition, through racist enforcement of criminalization, led to the devastation of communities of color in particular. And not just about arrests, but also about collateral consequences in housing, and in employment, and in childcare, in all the ways that criminalization impacts a person's ability, a New Yorker's ability, to lead the kind of life that they deserve. So today, we applaud Governor Cuomo for, at the State of the State, saying he is committed to passing marijuana legalization in 2020 with social equity at the center. So today's lobby day, we're not very upset. We are happy to see that it's on the governor's agenda. But we are crystal clear that the Senate, the Assembly, and the governor has to center the needs and the experiences of people that have experienced the brunt of problematic enforcement. We want to make sure that any language in the legislation that passes in 2020 actually addresses the historic crimes of prohibition against low-income people in this state. And we want to make sure that all of the collateral consequences are undone. We don't just want piecemeal legalization. We want New York State to be an example for the rest of the country about how to legalize marijuana in a way that does not encourage corporations to disrupt local communities, that recognizes how drug policy in this country has oftentimes destroyed communities and led to the crisis of mass incarceration and the crisis of state surveillance on our people in the millions. So we need a language in this budget or in the legislative session that understands that reality. So at 1 o'clock, we're going to have a press conference on the Assembly steps where we will hear from people that are committed to getting this done. But before that, we're going to do drop-offs. We don't want any elected official to say that we did not go to them and show them the way, the North Star.
Woo. That's right. Yeah.
So we have Melissa here from DPA, who's a phenomenal organizer. And she's going to break us up into lobby teams and explain what we're doing exactly.